Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. I mean, I still have a suspicion that these lives are not really starting until like 40 something seconds or whatever. So we're just gonna wait for 20 more seconds, something like that. I think the videos start around 45 seconds. YouTube and my phone, I have no idea why this does this exactly. But I think we're live though. Okay. So I have something going on in my mind, in my life, in my body, in my soul, where I refuse to stunt my own growth. I'm already immature to myself and to a lot of people, which is true. And I cut off probably 4 to 5 people in the past 2 days, 2 or 3 days. And I'm not an internet ass nigga on the level where I'm gonna discuss personal business because I didn't necessarily explain why I cut these people off to them. Because I don't owe them anything and that's fine. I can do what I want. I'm grown, right? But I just want you guys to know that it's okay. The reason that it's hard to mess with people for so long is because things happen. And I'm just speaking from personal experience. Things happen and not everybody is open to grow. Not everybody, number one, is open to growth when it comes to any pain involved, right? The things that I have experienced with people that I've known for a very long time is that and at some point I traumatized them because I am a toxic person. I'll be the first to admit that. I apologized sometimes I didn't. Sometimes I felt like I was in the right. Sometimes I apologized and I wasn't totally sincere. Sometimes I apologized and it was more so like a I'm sorry you felt like that, not I regret what I did type apology. You feel me? So, with that being said, one person I cut off because I couldn't get over what they did. One person I cut off because I thought, I think, and I have every reason to suspect that they couldn't get over some things that I did, right? And it just wouldn't be wise to handle business with that person. Another person, I it's just when you stop hanging out with somebody at a certain point, their mentality gets stuck to the last interaction that you had on a physical level. And when I say physical level, I don't mean on a sexual level. So, whatever the case is, I'm not going to say any names. You guys know who you are, and I'm not going to be petty. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to upgrade my behaviors and my patterns. And when I put myself in these situations where I stop talking to people, I might have a change of heart. I might get drunk one day and just want to unblock you and call you and do all whatever and be crying, apologizing. Who knows what the future holds, right? But it's okay to make space. It's okay to make space, and it's okay to understand that priorities need to be priorities and lessons need to be lessons. For me to want to focus on, for me to want to just understand myself and understand why I should not morally, ethically, and logically not interact with these people. For me to understand that is a big, powerful thing. It's gonna take time. My woman, my money, my career, my endeavors, my business, my move. Most important things in my life right now. most important things. And for me to keep interacting with these people and just having this conflict and this paranoia is simply not good. It's really not. It's not good for my personal growth. And it's not like we have any plans to get money together. It's not like I mean, one person we did, but the rest is just, it was really just for entertainment purposes, just being friendly. But enough is enough. And I want you guys to understand that enough can be enough no matter who it is, whether that be family, whether that be 10-year homies, 20-year homies, people that thought that they were in love with you, whatever it is, people who never even met you before, that live in a whole different parts of the world, whatever it may be, it's okay for you to be you because nobody's going to do it for you. And should you have done it how I did it? No. But nobody is dumb. Nobody has no idea why you would respond how you respond to certain situations. Personally, I have done things and people have reacted, and and I was just so emotional at the time to the point where I couldn't possibly fathom why they would react like that. That's true. I just explained that to my wife a couple days ago. Yesterday actually. I didn't have all the reading that I do, all the knowledge that I have, all the understanding I have. I didn't have the wisdom because I didn't have the experience. And because I see how these people have acted, and now I have some kind of more so social understanding, I see why we're in this position. I see why this was unhealthy. I see why people reacted to me how they reacted. I see why unhealthy relationships should not be watered. I see that because I don't need that paranoia and I don't need this person trying to understand me from the last state and the resentment state that they have for me. I'm just talking about myself because I really don't know how to deliver this. I didn't meditate on how to deliver this message. I could have thought about it all day at work, but again, see, in my past, I would have titled it something crazy and said, F all friend. Like, no. Yeah, my woman encourages me to have more friends, but how am I going to get more friends if I have these people that I can't trust, these people that talk to me and treat me like I'm 17 when they had this big issue with me? And it's not cool, bro. It's not cool. That's the problem with having 10-year and 20-year homies. Sometimes they you have to speak out of your mouth. Hey, bro, I'm not 17. I know this happened at this point in life, at that point in life, but how I'm going to respond to you is not going to be that same way. That's not the same person. The Egyptians believed in the Egyptians believed in millions of deaths, right? I'm gonna give you okay. So death to the ancient Egyptians was an evolutionary, revolutionary process. Philosophically, we all die every day. Okay, when you change your mind about a person, that's a form of dying. A part of you that said, "Hey, I'm gonna call my best friend," and when that person is no longer your best friend, that's a part of you dying. It's going away. Okay. The fourth thing, there's multiple deaths. There's the evolution, right? And then after there's okay, so there's evolution, right? There's your soul separating from your body. That's one death. Then after you die, your afterlife is how people remember you on this earth, right? Follow me. So Death after life. I mean, death after the afterlife is lived through the memories of people. When they take down your statues, that's a form of death after life. Okay, when they rename the streets that you were named after, that was named after you, that's a form of death. When people, I think, okay, so when they take down your statues, when your physical name is removed from something, there's a fourth one, I can't remember it, but the last form of death is when people stop talking about you. When people don't even speak your name. If you look it up in history, they used to execute people for speaking specific people's names in public. That was for a great purpose. They were trying to totally eradicate, eliminate, and terminate that person. They were trying to kill that person off the planet for forever. Shout out to the Sandlot. That's one of my mom's favorite movies and mine. But that's what I'm trying to do, bro. Because the only way for me to die, the only way for me to evolve, aka die, is for those things to happen. When you break up with your ex, what do? You give her or him all their stuff back. You get the tattoo covered up. Hopefully, you didn't get their name tatted if you don't have a baby with them, and you stop talking about them. Total death, and then you die yourself. And if you're a woman, you might cut your hair and dye your hair. But it is what it is, man. There's nothing wrong with cutting people off, whether they're friends or blood family. Like I said, don't let people teach you how to love. You have to, you have to have, you have to be at a 0 point of love. You have to feel like no one really loves you in life. I personally feel this is where I learned that. And a lot of people might say that's not real love. You have to be personally void of love and build that up and go in the world and see how people treat you. See how people just naturally love you. Why do they do it? Do they do it because they like you? Do they do that because it's a good they're just a good person or they think you're a good person? Is it a choice? Do they do it because they are the same race as you and they love their race? Is it a program or is it an agreement with what you have going on with yourself? Some people only love you because they have so much exposure to you and they were taught to love you. Some people love you because they were taught to love people with money with the same ethnicity and nationality as you. They don't necessarily love you, they love what you represent. They don't necessarily love you, they love the rules that you follow. They don't necessarily love you, they love themselves that they see inside you. You do have to pick and choose what love means to you and how you're going to use it and how you're going to give it to people. But I think the last thing you should do is fake love. The last thing you should do is love somebody just because. If you can't, love is, yes, it's an emotional thing. But if you can't logically explain to yourself if you can't break it down, then you probably don't really love that person for a good reason. If they make you feel good, okay. But again, I would be a hypocrite to teach you how to love people. I love the people I love, yes, because I see the greatest parts of me in them. Yes, I love these people because I want to be them or I relate to them. But it's not a physical thing. I don't love you because we have the same grandmother or we have the same mother or the same father or we're both from Illinois or we both were born in Illinois or we're both from Atlanta or we both like Latinas or we both have a white baby mama, I would never love someone for something so silly. Or you're a black guy and you talk proper too. Oh, they called you. They said that there was white kids that grew up in the ghetto with them that are blacker than you and they don't know anything about being black. I love you, bro, because we both know the struggle, man. No, we could build a rapport based on certain commonalities. I'm not gonna love you until I understand why I should love you. And if you're doing things that express that I shouldn't love you, I'm not gonna keep interacting with you just because I gave you so much energy and time and attention and we've been through the trenches and the gutter with each other and we were, doing what we did. The fact that these people, it comes down to just blatant disregard, unconcern, disrespect, and just moving how they moved. And just feeling like these people were constantly plotting on me, constantly, deliberately trying to put me in harm's way. Trying to put me in harm's way. Me and my woman get in fights often, but she knows I would never do anything to deliberately to 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 deliberately hurt her or lower her. I would never do that. Even no. I might fly off the handle. I might exercise a lack of self-control, but that's my baby, and I would never do anything to deliberately hurt her. And the fact that I think that somebody has it in their heart to do that is a problem. If you want to know why I stopped talking to you, or I blocked you, or whatever, and you're watching this, and it's not just you, it's multiple people. I went on the block. A lot of people got invited to the block party. A lot. It wasn't just you. I was just on one. But yeah, that's it, guys. Validate knocking these people out your life. It's okay because you had all this positive energy towards these people, and now you don't. And you'll never find another person like that again. That's a good thing because at some point it was amazing, but it was those same characteristics that made it amazing that made it horrible. That made you question your sanity. That made you question what intentions they have for you. My only issue was that I had really big, traumatizing, life-changing problems with most of these people, and I took them back because I didn't want to, because of the time, the amount of time, or the intensity of the energy, or other things, and I was just too lazy to replace them. That's all it was. And they continue to go into themselves and give me something I didn't need. And the other person, they didn't do that. But I just didn't trust the interaction because the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and the friend of my enemy is my enemy. And it's always going to be like that. That's it. It's Aaron Moses on the bang. You the bang, we the bang together, man. Protect yourself against these people. Peace. Cut them off.